Hello again everyone, welcome back. Hopefully this video finds you well. Today we're going to take a look at another one of these KJ Poultry ready meals. This is a fillet of salmon with white rice, there we go, carrots and peppers. And I don't know, I thought this seemed a little bit interesting. I know I've done, a video or two of these in the past, and few people expressed some interest. Some of it was more like, I'm glad you tried this instead of me. But I kind of view this as kind of a bit of an oddity in the ration world. While it says it's ready to eat, I think I would view this more as like a very supplemental thing. I'm not quite sure how well this sort of sits in the kind of general ration world. Now, we do have a sell-by date on here of 2026. So this is 2023. So we're basically looking at about a 3-year shelf life, roughly. I'm not quite sure when this was packaged, so it might be a little bit more, but that does make it kind of appetizing because you can set this in your prepper's chest or anything like that, and it might be a good thing if it tastes good, you know what I mean? So we have nutritional information back here, 310 calories, so not a ton. Obviously, it's kind of like single meal that you probably supplement with other calories, but pretty much the typical lineup here of fats, cholesterol, sodium, carbs, all that good sort of stuff. So nothing all that interesting to me. We do have 4 different cook options: microwave, boiling water, hot plate, or a stovetop bletch. I'm just gonna microwave it. I think that's probably okay. Oh, and a little ingredients list down here too, if you're interested in that. And then as we pop it out of the box, we kind of have one of these sort of microwave trays, which, you're looking at a Hungry Man meal or something from Banquet or whatever. It seems to be pretty similar to that. So I'm gonna go ahead and microwave this up. We will bring it back on the tray and try it out, see if it's any good. All right, we're back. So we've got our ready meal fillet of salmon ready to go. It's nice and hot, fresh out of Chef Mike, as we used to call that when I worked in the restaurant. Chef Mike, the old microwave. I do not like this packaging. Personally, I think it's kind of hard to rip. And you can see it here as well. You get sometimes a bit of delamination between like a couple of the layers. This one seems to have broke pretty good though, so I might just be able to slide in there and yeah, that should be okay. But it would be nice if there was like a tear or some sort of like little tear notch or something that would make it a little easier, but not a big deal. That's more of a complainy thing than anything else. So here we go. We have our salmon and rice, some carrots I see mixed in there. I don't see peppers. It did say peppers on the box. Decent little fillet of salmon. It's not super big, but kind of reminiscent of the stuff you'd get out of a can if we're being fair. Let's try some of this rice. Getting scalding hot. Let's not burn the mouth. Okay. Very little flavor in the rice, kind of just takes on a lot of the flavor of the salmon. Let's get into this. Here we go. Little fish bones. So this is basically almost exactly like what you would get in a can. I don't know if, for those of you at home, if you've seen it, but you can get a can of salmon, just like a can of tuna, but when you open it up, it's basically like a cross section of the fish. And you get a lot of the salmon fillet, but you also get, effectively, the fish's spine. And some little pin bones. They're fairly, they're not really hard or anything, but it's pretty brittle, especially because those were usually pressure cooked. But yeah, this is kind of a bit of a mess, if I'm being honest. And I'm not interested in really eating much more of it because, one, there's really no flavor at all. It's actually very bland. Everything's just kind of mush. The rice isn't terrible. It's not bad, but it does get a little mushy. The carrots effectively embark no flavor on this menu. And the salmon is dry and fishy and what you would get out of a can. So if I wanted canned salmon, I would just get canned salmon and some instant rice and probably save a significant amount of money because these aren't cheap. They're anywhere from like 12 to 14, I think upwards of like 16 bucks a pop. This to me would not be something that I would hold on to. Again, flavor being what it was. Everything in here I could do for so much cheaper. I think those cans of salmon, and it's been a little while since I've even messed with that, but I've seen them anywhere range 2, 3, maybe upwards of $4. You know, a big bag, of 1 pound bag of instant rice is basically nothing, and carrots are very cheap too. So this is a meal that I could buy much cheaper individually and make much better than it is in here. So no offense, but this one, it's a no-go for me. I personally wouldn't purchase it ever again. And I'm not even gonna, you know, imbue hot sauce on here because I don't think it would help. It's just a very bland, boring dish. So is what it is. You know, sometimes you get a winner, sometimes you don't, but this one's out for me. So anyway, if any of you have tried this at home, let me know in the comments what your thoughts were. If you have suggestions for future videos, leave those in the comments as well. If you'd like to send anything in to be reviewed on the channel, you can send that to the P.O. box down below in the description. Patreon link is down there as well if you'd like to support the channel. You don't have to, but it's there. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.